All right, so we got a middle part hair install tutorial today. And first off, we're going to wash the unit. We're going to wash his scalp.
He had a unit prior, so now we're taking it off to cleanse the scalp with the necessary products that he needs.
Now it's time to put in the bald line, and we're making sure that we don't take the fade too high on the ridge of the head because we need some length there to make sure that the unit blends seamlessly into the hair.
My client usually likes to get a mid-drop fade, and he also does a unit that flows back and does like a middle part. So this unit is going to look really good with this fade.
So now we're creating his new hairline. So she's going to mark his sidebars. She's going to start in the middle, making sure it's the exact height of where he wants his hairline. And this is going to be super important for the placement of the unit. And we got to make sure that we take our time with this and that it fits our client's face and head shape.
It's time for the scalp protector. The scalp protector prevents from any irritation happening on the scalp. Same thing as before. 2 layers. 3 spreads.
Now it's time for our strongest adhesive, and we want to use our big spatula for this because we want it to be spreadable through the scalp. This stuff is really strong, and we want to make sure that we use even strokes so we don't get any globs on the scalp. You also want to make sure that we spread this on the guideline that we created, especially around the hairline. We want to use 2 layers for its maximum hold, which could last anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks for him.
And now it's time to place on his new unit. Make sure there's no air pockets, so you go side by side when laying the unit down to his scalp.
And now it's time for this glue to set in. She's going to put pressure with a towel because this glue is pressure sensitive. We have to put pressure on it for the product to activate and really bond to the scalp.
Now, following the guideline we created with the trimmers, we are removing the excess off of the membrane from the unit. Biggest tip for this is don't use expensive shears. You don't want to mess them up with the glue when it comes to removing the excess in the system. Make sure to just cut with the tip of your shear to avoid cutting any hair on the system.
Because you don't want the hair not to look blended or stick out like a porcupine. We're going to layer the head in 3 sections. This part is crucial for making the blend look as natural as possible. So we're going to follow these 3 panels that we just sectioned off. We're going to use our clips. And now we pull the hair straight out and we start cutting very bluntly, following the head shape. And you want to do this all around the head and make sure that the lengths are even on both sides of the head.
And now we are prepping our razor comb, ensuring that it's nice and secure. This will allow you to have a smooth blend.
And you want to make sure that you use the longer side and not the shorter side. That's going to leave you with the softest finish. And you want to pick up small sections and smoothly glide that blade down. And you want to repeat these layers with the shears and the razor comb 3 times around the head. Remember, our goal is to make this look as natural as possible. So we're also taking small sections as we trim and blend the top of the hair as well. With these units, you want to be more detailed and precise when you're cutting the top of the hair. The smaller section, the better.
And now you are going to style and blow dry his hair to that desired look.